Assalamu alaikum viewers, this is Faisal Ghuman. I hope you'll be fine. I request you to follow and subscribe my YouTube channel Faisal Ghuman. Viewers, a couple of days back we discussed that a very important announcement came from a group of 7 countries which are called the richest countries in the world. So they announced $600 billion worth investment in countries which are developing or which are less developed countries. So the announcement is related to building infrastructure, building social development indicators in those countries. So this announcement is primarily targeting China's Belt and Road Initiative. Everybody knows that China's Belt and Road Initiative launched in 2013, and Chinese President Xi Jinping, actually he is mastermind behind this idea that China should target 100 countries, and China wants to bring its trade to these 100 countries by building bridges, by building rail network, then by laying down huge pipelines on the ground and under the sea. So this is a huge plan actually, and China is investing multi-billion dollars investment dollars in this project. So yesterday this group 7 countries also announced this parallel investment for those countries. So as we discussed in previous vlog that that's a good sign that 2 powerful blocks in the world, one is led by US and European Union, the other is led by China and Russia. So they are going to invest more and more money because everybody knows that we are witnessing less than 3% global economic forecast because of outgoing coronavirus pandemic, and then this ongoing Ukraine war that has been taking place for the last 4.5 months. So these countries now planning, if they are planning, it's a good sign, as we have discussed that these 2 powerful blocks should come to the rescue of developing nations, and especially third world countries where people are suffering from bad governance, bad economic policies, and their living style, their standard of living is deteriorating with the passage of time. So it's a good gesture, it's a good sign. But on the other hand, we see that these 2 powerful blocks are they are just promoting violence and conflicts in different parts of the world. So I think these are 2 dual standards which are going parallel. So if this scenario continues with the same spirit, so we shouldn't expect that these mega announcements of investments will bear fruits. So Russia is continuously engaging its forces in Ukraine, and we have witnessed that there are so many casualties in Ukraine on the part of Russian forces and Ukrainian forces. So if we believe that these 2 powerful blocks and countries are really interested in uplifting the economic development of poor nations and developing nations, then why are they investing more and more in weapons, arms, and weaponizing different countries? So I think these are dual standards which we are witnessing, and I don't know why United Nations is silent over that. So what happened yesterday, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that is NATO, that is actually a conglomeration of 30 countries which has a regular force of 40,000 troops, and this NATO bloc Rapid Reaction Force currently has 40,000 troops, and it is deployed in areas where conflicts are taking place, especially those conflicts which are a potential threat for US and European Union. So its Secretary General yesterday announced to increase its deployment, its rapid response force from 40,000 to 300,000 troops. So could you imagine if this figure 300,000 troops means NATO, European Union, NATO under the platform of European Union and US, they want more and more military spending, they want more and more deployments in conflict areas in order to enhance this enhanced military presence, so in order to target Russia and then China. So we see that US and China, they are just playing on Taiwan episode, and we have witnessed heavy engagements by China and Russia in South China Sea and oceans concerning Japan and Australia. So if these two powerful blocs are engaged in increasing conflicts in different parts of the world, so how can we expect that their mega projects like China's BRI project and this 600 billion investment announced by G7 will bear any results? Will be people will take these announcements and these projects seriously? I doubt it. Being journalist, I doubt it, because what we have witnessed that these countries are spending more and more on defense in order to target each other. So I fear that these conflicts, ongoing conflicts and new conflicts, will increase in different regions like Asia, like Africa, like you can say that Far East, and the countries bordering directly or indirectly with Russia. So if US and European Union are going to increase NATO's presence in these troubled areas, bordering with Russia, so how can we rule out Russia and China's military presence and their dominance in their regions in order to protect their borders and their neighbors? So I think if this continues, then we shouldn't expect that these countries will be serious in lifting the economic development of different countries. So I'm fearing more and more violence, more and more conflicts in the world, and unipolar world. It's I think, like Russia's Vladimir Putin says, that it's the end of the era of the unipolar world that is being run by US and its allies. So this unipolar world is going to convert into bipolar world, and these, if two blocks are at daggers drawn with each other in days to come, in months to come, in years to come, so 7.5 billion people present on this globe, they are going to face more bloody violences and conflicts. So we are already witnessing devastating economic impact of this coronavirus and this war, Ukraine war. And if more conflicts take place, or if more violences take place, so what you suggest, and what can you conceive that what's going on this planet? So it's high time for the United Nations, and it's high time for G7, it's high time for G20 countries. If they are serious in promoting peace across the globe, then they need to come out of this conflicts and their competition in order to become superpower. So it's high time, if they want to save the world, they should they should require to promote peace rather conflicts. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.